Whether you've remodeled before or this is your first time, there are bound to be questions that arise as you're thinking about your project. Our McLennan team wants to equip you with the information you need to feel confident and excited about your remodel. In this video, we'll share answers to some of the most frequently asked questions we hear from our clients.
Here at McLennan Contracting, we specialize in interior home remodeling. This includes kitchens, bathroom, basements, as well as whole home remodeling. We are happy to help with anything from a simple refresh, which could include freshening up some paint or updating hardware, to a full remodel. So whether you're in need of a single room update or you're looking to completely overhaul the existing layout or updating finishes, we're happy to help. Our service area includes most communities within the borders of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Our general rule is we like to limit our services to homes within a 30-minute drive from our office. This works well with our design build process because it minimizes the travel time for our team and allows us to work with our trusted trade partners and suppliers that we know very well. The areas that we work the most in Lancaster are probably Lidditz, Manheim Township, Blandesville, and Millersville, and there are many others as well. Even if you happen to be outside of that service area, don't hesitate to call and ask if we can work in your home. It all depends on our team's availability, so we may be able to accommodate you.
So what is design build? Design build is the fastest growing method of project development in North America today. So design build has a strong emphasis on managing the project details up front. By managing the project details up front, you're able to have a project that is able to happen much more fluidly in a cost-effective method and achieve the customer's vision right out of the gate. In the design build process, managing the details comes down to understanding all of the elements, from the finishes to room layout, construction, household needs, family needs. All of that has to be incorporated into the project so that when the project starts rolling, it runs smoothly from beginning to end. So how long will my remodeling project take? The answer to that question cannot be answered until we work through the design and pre-project planning phase, as everyone has been graced with the same amount of time. Our ability to begin your design journey will be dependent on not just your schedule, but also the schedule of our suppliers, vendors, and your project designer or project consultant that's helping you through the journey. The average design journey will take our typical customer 1 to 3 months to go through, while people with more demanding schedules or perhaps larger, more involved projects, they can take 6 months or more to work through the entire process of pre-project planning. Part of the pre-project planning is also taking into account the permitting time required for your project. Permitting time will vary based on the project and municipality in which you are in. Most permits will take, on average, anywhere from an over-the-counter permit that could be picked up the same day or within hours to a permit review process, and that could take anywhere from 1 to 3 months. Your average kitchen, bathroom, or basement project will take typically 1 to 2 months from beginning construction to completion. Some more complex projects will take up to 3 months. The average customer journey, talking from the beginning of the design process to the end of project completion and all of the fine details being ironed out, will take the average person sometime between 2.5 to 8 months from the start of the journey to the end of the process.
Do all projects need to go through the design phase? At its most basic definition, design means to figure out the details of a project. In that sense, every remodeling project needs some level of design. The question is, will the design happen at the beginning, before construction, or will it happen throughout the project? Starting into the construction of a project without nailing down the details can add stress and frustration to the remodeling process. That's why at McLennan, we work through the project details at the beginning. We want your remodel to be as smooth, efficient, and low stress as possible. Even though all projects need some level of design, the length of the design phase varies depending on the complexity of the project. Obviously, a simple kitchen refresh will have fewer details to nail down than a whole home remodel. But the scope of the project isn't the only factor. The design timeline is also impacted by the homeowner's decision-making style. Some homeowners like to take their time exploring options, while others are quick to check decisions off their list. Our goal is to help guide you through the decision-making process with momentum so that the finished product is exactly what you hoped for.
One of the strengths of the design-build model is that it allows us to customize product selections to your style. Every person's vibe is unique, and our goal is to make sure that your project reflects you. So instead of having predefined selections, we help you select items that fit your vision and your cost range. This approach gives you freedom to pursue any style you choose and make intentional choices about your project.
What are my payment options? We offer a variety of payment options to ensure that the process of transforming your home is as stress-free and convenient as possible. For online payments, we accept most major credit cards and ACH bank transfers through a trusted and secure payment platform. Keep in mind, fees may apply for online payments. We also accept payment by check, either through the mail or dropped off at our office. If you're interested in financing options, we're happy to provide you with a list of third-party financiers seen commonly in the remodeling industry. We understand that home remodeling projects can be a significant investment. If you have any questions about our payment options, please don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help make your home remodeling project a success.
The design-build process is intended to nail down all of the details of your project up front. This makes the production phase of your project more efficient, cost-effective, and predictable. However, we want you to have the flexibility to make adjustments even after the contract is signed. We do this through the change order process. We write up the adjustment you've requested and any associated costs or credits. Then you have the opportunity to review the change before actually approving it. There's no getting around the fact that planning a remodel requires commitment of time and energy. We understand that life is full, so we do our best to accommodate your schedule. We also try to honor McLennan's core values of a healthy work-life balance. This means some of the design meetings can be scheduled during non-traditional hours, but those opportunities will be limited. And some appointments, particularly the showroom appointments, will need to be scheduled during a traditional workday. Bottom line, best design schedule is built on the flexibility of all parties.
Our team has an extensive planning process. What benefit is that to you, the homeowner? It minimizes the time that you will need to be on site during the actual production of your project. We will ask you to be present during a pre-project walkthrough. That will be with your designer, your lead carpenter, and myself, your production manager. We will also ask you to be present if your project involves any countertop installation. We will ask you to be there for the templating. Aside from these small items, our talented and dedicated team will manage all the details to bring your project to life. Through your customized scope of work and our construction documents, our talented team will handle all the rest of the details.
What can I do to speed up my remodel? Well, there's 3 key things that can be done. The first and most obvious is being available to make your decisions. Being available for the process and the journey that you'll be going on. Being available to make those appointments when others are available is a key component in speeding up the process. The second thing that can be done, it's the ability to make quick, prompt decisions on your project. Knowing what you want and being able to make quick, prompt decisions sounds easy, but it's really not. Almost every decision is tied to the overall project investment, and what most people are drawn to tends to be more expensive items or things that stretch the overall investment and therefore make that decision process that much harder to go through. The third element that can make a huge impact on how long your design journey will take is knowing the finances that you have to work with from the beginning. Knowing where your budget is, where you can pull additional financing from, should you find those items that do stretch your investment range, or knowing what you have to work with and saying, what can I move or put off to do later. Knowing your investment range up front and your ability to draw additional funds if needed is the third and final component to moving you through that process faster. How much will my remodeling project cost? That's a tricky question because there's no two projects, there's no two homes, there's no two customers that are identical. All of the moving factors impact the overall project price. Everything from layout, accessibility, can we get materials that are going to work with your layout? All of that needs to be taken into account during the project planning phase, because if it is not, it's going to become a problem down the road. We've all heard horror stories of people that had project costs change dramatically at the end, and most of those were people that were focusing heavily on the numbers on the front side without putting as much attention on the details that go into the project, and each of those details needs to be addressed during a project planning or a project designing phase. You can plan for it now, or you can pay for it later. So how much will a kitchen remodel cost? There's so much that impacts the cost of a kitchen remodel. Mechanicals, accessibility, current code requirements. How much are you looking to do and what grade of finish are you looking at doing? Are you looking at something simple like a kitchen refresh that could be somewhere in the $20,000 to $60,000 range? Or are you looking at more of a mid-range economy all the way up through a mid-range premium kitchen? Those prices can vary anywhere from the mid-60s all the way up to just under $120,000. A high-end kitchen remodel, they're often starting at $163,000. What are you willing to invest in your home to enjoy the space? How much will a bathroom remodel cost? In Lancaster County, the average bathroom remodel can vary immensely. We have a lot of older homes in the areas. Some of them were built in the 1700s, while others were built just last year. The mechanical elements of the home, accessibility of the home, it's all going to be different, as well as what demolition has to be done, the cleanliness of the house, whether or not you have caustic materials like asbestos that needs to be removed or abated in order to do the work. It is all going to impact the price of your project. Unfortunately, a small bathroom does not necessarily mean a small cost. There's a lot of elements that go into the project that all need to be accounted for during the design and project planning of your bathroom project. So, nitty-gritty, average bathroom prices last year, they were between $29,000 and $90,000 for the average bathroom in Lancaster, while some of the custom high-end bathrooms going well above $120,000. Your choices, your space, your selections are going to drive and dictate the project price. How much is a basement remodel going to cost? Basement remodeling prices, again, are as varied as the amount of people as there are in the county. There are different homes, different spaces, different accessibility, different requirements, depending on what you want to do with the space, and the condition of your existing space will completely change the investment range of your basement project. When you're talking about remodeling a basement, there are simple things like finished storage. Finished storage in a basement is not finished living space, and the average finished storage space for a basement in Lancaster County is $27,000 to $50,000. The average home gym or rec room last year finished at $45,000 to $75,000, while a basement entertainment zone averaged somewhere between $75,000 and $150,000 for a comparable size space. A basement guest suite incorporating in a bathroom entertainment area, you could be looking at $100,000 to $200,000 or more to finish that space in the basement.